Everybody, so today's video request will be why the government don't want to legalize euthanasia, or at least why we think they don't want to legalize euthanasia. Now, there's some countries that supposedly do have illegals, such as Switzerland, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Canada, but I think Canada, if I'm not mistaken, it's legal if you have like a terminally, like a terminal illness, I think. I don't think they'll allow it if you're just mentally ill. Then again, I'm not fully sure. I'm just guessing. Now, Switzerland, on the other hand, I think you could pretty much get euthanasia for basically mental illness, terminal illness, basically anything. Even if you just have no illness at all and you just probably be like, I want to die. I think, all kidding aside, they allow it. Now, I'm not saying let's go to Switzerland, but at the same time, can't blame people that end up wanting to go, there. But yeah, so yeah, why don't the government legalize it? I mean, like I always say, people that have pets, dogs, cats, whatever, when they get to a certain age, or if they get really sick to the point where they're dying, it hurts us to see them suffering. So what do? We take them to the vet and we euthanize them to put them out of their misery, So I always say to myself, why can't it be the same for us if we're suffering bad from whatever it might be? Whether it's a mental illness that's just so bad, but especially even a terminal illness, like you have cancer and you're not going to get any better. You're basically dying. And if someone just wants to cut to the chase because they're basically dying as it is, plus we're all just dying, if you know what I mean, just in general, naturally. But I feel we should have the right to choose when we want to end our lives. And like I always say, me saying that, it's not saying let's all kill ourselves. It's meaningless. Now, it is meaningless life. I mean, at least I think, in my opinion, but I'm not saying to just give up. But what I am also trying to say is we should have the right and we should be in charge of what we want to do with our lives. That's the thing. We're always being told what to do with our lives, whether it's by parents. No, son, you better do this, or you don't want to do that. Instead, do this. It's like what they want you to do, for example, instead of what you want to do. A specific activity that you like to do, they'll tell you, no, do this activity instead. Or, just you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like we're never in charge of our own actions. Like, we're never in charge to do what we want to do. We're just literally being told by other people, but the system itself, of what we have to do, whether we want to or not want or don't want to, and I find, fucked up. You know how, for example, people kill people, right? I feel like that's another thing that shouldn't be. The only person that should be in charge of your life is you. If you want to live your life, you should have every right to live your life. If you want to end your life, you should have every right to end your life. I mean, I'm not trying to, encourage suicide by saying that, but what I'm trying to say is we should have the right to do what we want with our life. It's our life. We're feeling a certain type of way that someone else may not be feeling. They don't understand. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to be happy. Not everyone's going to be sad. Not everyone's depressed. Not everyone's happy. That's the thing. People think, oh, I'm happy, so why can't you be happy? Everyone has different types of lives. Some people financially rich, stable. Some people financially unstable. Some people have bad anxiety, such as myself. Some people have bad depression. Some people have really bad health problems. Then there's some people that barely have problems at all. And, they're happy. And those are the people that don't understand poor people like us. Or, just people in general that have illnesses. They think, oh, don't be so down, man. Cheer up, man. Life's a gift. At the end of the day, pat yourself on the back and be thankful that you're here another day, like that type of shit. And, it's like I understand that type of talk. You try to be nice to someone, but it's just bullshit. We don't want to hear lies, We don't want to hear lies. We just want to know what's true, I mean, but yeah. Because mainly, for example, like how Switzerland allows the euthanasia. Why is there legal, but everywhere else is illegal? This is where it all goes. Like the law is all just made up bullshit. At some moment in time, this is illegal. Oh, now we're going to change it to legal. We're going to legalize it now. I mean, it's like we're always changing things. It's like I say, we get bored of it being this way. All right, I'm going to change it. Well, the reason why we change certain things because we hear that money's involved, obviously, in things for whatever, just as saying as an example. So now that if we change this to legal, think of the money we'll be making or something, like just an example. And that's where we go through with, all right, let's legalize that, man. They don't care for us. They just care the benefit that we're giving them money. That's another reason why it's pretty much illegal because euthanasia, because the government need that, need sheeps to spin the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel's got to keep spinning. And in order for that hamster wheel to keep spinning, we got to keep reproducing. We got to keep having kids. And we got to keep prepping them up to, take over the wheel. Because one day, you currently aren't going to be able to spin that wheel anymore. You're going to get sick. You're going to get old. You're going to get elderly, whatever. Natural causes. Natural causes is just going to hit us all at some point. So that's why we got to have a kid so he or she takes over. Now, if half the population got euthanized, that hamster wheel will literally be steady. It won't be spinning anymore. There'll be less and less of a cylinder. That's what we are. Each person that makes that wheel spins, we're a cylinder. Like in a car, 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 8-cylinder. Well, that's what we are. We're a bunch of pistons. We're a bunch of pistons going boom, 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 making that wheel spin, giving it power. Boom, 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 spin, 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 spin. So if we all, let's say it was legalize euthanasia, then that hamster wheel is going to lose cylinders and pistons and whatever you want to call it. And if I'm the wheel going like this, now the wheel's starting to slow down. People starting to die off, euthanasia. Ah, shit, we got a problem. What's that? Ever since we made this legalized, look at the wheel. Shit, we got to make it illegal. Now let's see what happens to the wheel. There we go. We got it spinning again. Oh, man. I don't know what we were thinking, man. We should have never done that. Yeah, man. Look at that wheel. Keep making it. Hey, let's illegal it. Make it more illegal. Yo, Switzerland, you got to make that shit illegal too, imagine. Wait, let's see if they did that. Let's see what the wheel's already going good now. Let's see what happens when we make Switzerland illegal now. We euthanasia. Holy shit. You get the joke, but I mean, that's basically what we are to the hamster wheel. A bunch of fucking cylinders or a bunch of pistons. Combustion chambers, whatever you want to call it. And if euthanasia was legal, worldwide, let's just say, that hamster wheel is going to stall. That hamster wheel is going to be dead because we're dead. We're the one giving it life. We're the one giving it power. And how do we keep it going with power? We reproduce. We have more kids. And then we pretty much program them into the scheme. Go to school, get your education, get good grades. Like I said in the other video, I said it like that. But, get good grades, man. All right, maybe you should start applying some colleges, man. Look into some colleges, get your career path going, man. Yeah, pay, go in debt, man. That's good for the wheel too, man. All right, man, you got your diploma, your certificate, whatever the fuck you want to call it. All right, hop on that hamster wheel and be another cylinder to that wheel. That's right. Start it up. Thanks, Dad. Life is so meaningful, man. This was my purpose all along, to make this wheel keep spinning. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do, Dad? What, son? When I'm going to have a kid soon, too. I'm going to get married, find a girl, and I'm going to have a kid so he or she could do this, too. Very good of you, son. That's so not selfish to do that. Yeah, this is amazing, man. Oh, shit, I'm getting nauseous. Ah, man, but literally, this is all we fucking do. We're literally just a fucking cylinder for this wheel, man. And if euthanasia was legalized, there'll be no more cylinders powering that wheel. That's why dogs, cats, or whatever, when they get sick, they get euthanized because they're not really any help of the wheel. They don't hop on, they're not an engine to the hamster wheel. The dog's life is just eat, sleep, lick itself, bark, run, growl, whatever you want to call it, and that's pretty much all to it. Us, we got to get up out of bed, we got to go to work every day, stuck in traffic, honking at people, rat race, trying to all make it at the same place, at the same pretty much setting, to get on that hamster wheel, to be a cylinder sheep, cylinder sheep, to fuel that fucking hamster wheel, to make the government rich. We're just their money machines. We're just their money cylinders. That's all we are to them. We're their little money puppets. Muppets, puppets, whatever you want to call it. But that's pretty much it. That's why euthanasia is mainly illegal. And yeah, we could be sick, we could be elderly, we could be dying. Well, we're all dying, but I mean, we could be having cancer, whatever the hell, God forbid, dying, and still no mercy for us. Still no mercy for us. It's crazy. All because of this. Money's the reason why everything's the way it is. Patients aren't cared for. They're only cared for if they have the funds. Like I always say, nothing could get done unless you have the wealth. That's why I'm so sick of it being called health insurance. We know darn too it ain't no health insurance. There's no health caring at all in this world. Because if there was health caring in this world, we would try to help someone no matter what financial state that they're in. We would try to put someone out of their misery if they're suffering and there's no type of, cure for that person. Now, it's not healthy. It's not good for your health, but it's a mercy kill, setting you free, in that way. But that's just to show you we don't care for each other. We only care for what we have. That's why you could be on your deathbed, you could be dying, but they'll just keep collecting the money while you're just lingering alive. While you're just lingering alive and they're just collecting the money. That's why they don't put you out of your misery. Because as long as you're breathing, as long as your heart's ticking, that's what's, giving them money. It's really, when you really connect all two together and you could just see what a cruel, heartless shit show this all is. Health insurance. We care so much about your health, motherfucker. It's wealth insurance. They don't give two shits about your damn health. There's something I gotta, let's say, get done, and if I don't have the health insurance or some kind of paper bullshit that I need, oh, sorry, can't help you, man. Well, but I thought you cared for my health. Oh, nah, man, you don't got the wealth. So fucking call it wealth insurance. Be straightly honest then. But yeah, this is where it all comes to, man. This is why we're just left to linger. And plus, because like I said a little while ago, if everyone was allowed to just go and euthanize themselves, what would the hamster wheel do? The hamster wheel literally collapse. The hamster wheel stall. The hamster wheel literally fall apart. We're the ones that are keeping that hamster wheel going. That's the reason why it's illegal. Because the government needs obedient sheeps to keep fueling them. To keep playing their crappy, shitty game. At least I like to call it that. But, yep, that's the reason, man. At least I think it's gotta be the reason. The light even agrees. The thing that kind of irritates me is when people think life is a gift for every single person. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying life is a gift in any way, but there are people that don't have it as bad. There's people that are lucky, they like what they do. Some people actually like doing their certain work or whatever the hell, and good for them. There's people that are happy, have good health, and fit, whatever you want to call it. But that's the thing. Not everyone has that, fortunate, not everyone has that fortunate. A lot of us are unfortunate. Some of us have diabetes, some of us have depression, some of us have anxiety, some of us have cancer, some of us have, just whatever type of element there is out there. And then that's the thing. You get some stupid person be like, oh man, be positive. How can I be positive when I'm basically going downhill? When I'm basically in pain constantly every day, like, my joints, let's say, just so many things that people suffer with that even I can't even describe all into this one particular video, but there's just, you name it, man. There's millions of things people suffer with. There's even diseases that I probably don't even know exist that people have that suffer. And then you're going to say to that person, just cheer up. Yeah, that's so easy to say. If that's the case, oh, okay, I'll just cheer up, Ah, man, guys. What the fuck did we do, man? Like I always say to myself, what the hell is this all about? Why am I here? What is this whole meaning, man? Like what is the whole purpose to all of this? Like, why do I gotta fucking deal with this shit? I mean, that's sort of like how I feel. Like how, like, why do I gotta deal with this fucking crap, man? We all came into a world we didn't ask for. It just happened out of nowhere. Like, think of it this way. We didn't get no permission to be born. It just happened. And yet, we can't be allowed to end it if we want to. Like, get euthanized or whatever the hell. We came here, like I always say, we ain't grab a pen and agree to this term, agreeing to that term, and that, sign your name, that, all right, this is the world I'm going to have to face. So we didn't go through any of that. We just randomly, the word I usually love to use is spawned. We spawned here. And now it's like, not everyone's going to want to participate in this. We should have the right to do what we want to do. And even though I'm not recommending, let's just kill ourselves. I'm not saying that. But if someone's just so miserable and someone's just suffering so bad and they just want to be put out of misery, I feel like they should have the right. I'm not saying for anyone go through with it, but I'm just saying we should have the right. We should have that human right to choose whether we want to live or die. Our life shouldn't be taken from us, and our life shouldn't be forced to keep prolonging, to keep going. But we shouldn't, we shouldn't, what's the word I'm trying to fucking say? We shouldn't be forced to die. We shouldn't be forced to live. Let's just put it to that. No one has a right to take someone's life. No one has a right to make someone keep living and living and living when they're just suffering. The person should have the right to live or die. That's basically what I'm trying to put this as, without trying to get all mixed up here and confusing. But you know what I'm saying? Like that we should all have that human right. Because we didn't ask to be here. So at least give us the option if we want to participate here or just fast forward. Because we're just going to die anyway, this is where it always goes to. We're all going to die. So why can't we just have the option to choose whether we want to participate in life or depart from life? All kidding aside, we should have that right. But no, it's not beneficial for that wheel. So that's why we gotta live it now, man. We gotta live it. And the truth is, too, though, unfortunately, you can't ever really stop suicide 100. You can't. You could put gates on, like fences on bridges and shit, but the people, when someone wants to die, they're going to do whatever it takes to do it. So that's why I feel at least let them go more peacefully. Instead of having a poor person possibly blow his brains out or jump to his death or jump in front of a train or car or whatever, let the person go more with dignity, at peace. Because regardless, suicide happens. Every day, if I'm not mistaken, every 30 seconds someone takes their life. Sad, So at least let that poor person go with more dignity is how I look at it as. And I'm not saying that to, say like it's okay to die, but we should have the right to choose whether we want to live or die, That's basically what I'm trying to say without being confusing. And sorry if I am being confusing. Because with all this being said, people that are watching my videos, I really don't want anyone that's watching these videos to commit suicide. You know, I don't want no one to commit suicide. You know, it's sad. Every time I hear someone commit suicide, it breaks me inside, man. It breaks my heart, you know. I can understand the pain that he or she, that, you know, that particular person's going through, and, you know, it saddens me. I can't blame the person, but I wish there was a way that that person could have managed to hang in there, you know. And, you know, people be like, what the hell is the point in hanging in there when life is meaningless? It is meaningless, but with all that being said, I just feel bad when people have to literally take their own life, you know. It's sad. It's sad. You know, me, I mean, as much as I see life as a complete curse, I just want to try and ride it out and just, you know, wait to die naturally, you know. And like I said, it's not like I want to die. I'm not wanting to die, but the way life is, I guess wanting to die is just basically saying I want to escape this shithole, this circus, this zoo, whatever you want to call it. You know, and sadly, death seems like the only way out, but who knows for sure? Now, a lot of religious people will be like, if you commit suicide, you go to hell. And me specifically, do I believe that? No, I don't believe that. I feel like it's just said because to scare you not to do it. So they'll say, if you do it, you go to hell. Now, if there is a God, let's just say, I'm not saying there is or isn't, but let's just say there is, and they say it's a sin to commit suicide, I feel we should have the right to do what we want. It's our life. It's our life. We shouldn't be known to be selfish for that. We didn't ask to play this game. It's like, think of it this way. A parent becomes, you know, like a couple become a parent. They're the ones that brought the kid into the world. And then now they don't want to, you know, they don't want to participate in taking care of the kid, you know, doing the responsibilities that is necessary for the kid, you know, like taking care of the kid, you know, getting him toys or, you know, just diaper, you know, whatever. Not being a parent, not being there for the kid. Now that's fucked up because you're the one that made it happen. But on the other hand, us being born, we didn't, like I said, us being born, we didn't agree to it. It just happened. So with all that being said, we should have the right to choose whether we want to live or die. And if, let's say there's a God, that shouldn't be a sin or be known as selfish because we didn't agree that we wanted to come here. Now, if we agreed that we wanted to come here, then maybe I can understand it being a sin or whatever the fuck, you know. But it just happened literally out of nowhere. Like, you don't know where lightning's going to strike. It might strike that building. It might strike there. Well, that's basically us. You don't know which sperm thing is going to actually come into this world, you know, and form as a human being. You know, it just happens. It's unpredictable. It just happens. So we should have that right to choose if we want to go through with it or depart. I mean, that's how, at least just common sense that I would think, you know. And then another thing I actually want to mention. I'm trying to mention as many things as I can in this particular video, because always when I end the video and I sometimes say, damn it, I wanted to add this in the video that I forgot to. But you know how they say people, you know, people that believe in God, let's say. And I'm not against anyone's beliefs. Like I always say, I respect everyone's beliefs or disbeliefs or whatever. But, you know, people say it's selfish to kill yourself and shit, right? Well, I find it selfish, you know, since they say God knows everything. Why did God give that person cancer or this condition, what, you know, he's disabled or whatever, or Down syndrome, or, you know, maybe born with one arm or blind, or, you know, just whatever. If anything, I find that selfish. Why didn't God prevent that? Why does God get joy out of, I mean, how I look at it as God gets joy out of making people suffer with illnesses. And then when the illness is so unbearable and the person just can't take it anymore and wants out, oh, you're going to hell now, man, because that's a sin. Suicide's a sin. So I'm basically in hell my whole life here with cancer or whatever type of illness, let's just say. And it's just so unbearable. I'm suffering. So I just couldn't take it anymore, so I just wanted to just shut down. And due to that, now I just created a sin, and now I'm going to suffer even more. Now I'm going to go in the lake of fire, man. Now I'm going to go to hell. Now I'm going to go to hell. Bad enough I was in hell as it was. As it is, here. That ain't enough. Now you got to put me in the fire. So if anything, if that's, let's say, true, then I have to say, God, in that way, you're selfish. But, yeah. I mean, it's just makes no fucking sense. Now, like I always say, people that do harmful things to their body, I'm not blaming God if, let's say, God's real in that way. But people that try and take care of themselves, people that do pretty much whatever like exercise, doing all the things that, or, healthy for the body, and yet the body still becomes a burden on them. Yeah, that I blame God, And then that person just gets it so bad where he or she just can't take the suffering anymore and wants to kill himself or herself and goes through with it. Oh, now God's going to make you go to hell because that's a sin. Why'd you give me these conditions for? Why can't you make everyone have happy lives? I don't know, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say there anymore. It's fucked up. But it's like we're being selfish because we can't take the pain anymore. We can't take the suffering. We can't take the torment. So all because of that, we're selfish? Did we agree to be here? Did we sign some kind of contract that I'm okay, I accept the terms of being here? No. Parents, on the other hand, did. Well, I mean, like, for having kids. And then parents sometimes don't even want nothing to do with their kids, or, they don't even be an actual parent to their kids. They don't give a shit, I don't know. But, or they sometimes say, oh, it's stressful, man. This kid's driving me nuts. He's going to make me pull my hair out, or vice versa, or the mother's hair out. Well, you got yourself in that mess. It's not like it just happened out of nowhere. You got yourself in that mess. So if you can't handle the responsibilities, then that makes you selfish because you got yourself in that mess. Now, being born, on the other hand, is what I'm basically trying to put this as. We didn't get ourselves into this mess. I mean, it just happened. We didn't agree to nothing. It just randomly occurred. We just randomly awoke. Literally. It's like we were sleeping. Non-existence. We're like sleep. Nothing, and then randomly just open our eyes, crying, growing, crawling, going to school, and just, this is where I am now, to just eventually down the road go pretty much back in that state. Why did I have to come out of that state to begin with? To just go back into it. And plus, while coming out of that state, doing all this meaningless, tormented shit. For what reward? To just go back into a supposedly error of nothingness? Rather have stayed in that state from the get-go, from the start. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, when you really put two and two together, you could just see how a lot of things in life just make no damn sense. Like, this whole thing just doesn't make no sense. I don't know. I don't even know what the word is for it, but it just makes no friggin' sense. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to actually wrap it there. Hope I made some valid statements in this video. I tried to pretty much think of everything I could, It's probably some things that I still wish I've said that I probably forgot. But I'm pretty sure I said most of the things that most of the important things that I had to say. But anyway, guys, for now, I'm going to call it a night there. Little update on my wisdom teeth. Still hurts. Not too bad, but I still get a little pain here. It's weird. Sometimes the switch is here. Sometimes the switch is here. I'm on the ibuprofen, if I'm saying that correctly. But I actually stopped taking it now. This is the second day I haven't take it. But yeah, it wasn't like drowsy or anything. I wasn't on those things where it makes you feel loopy or anything. It's just a really strong. It's like a big, strong Motrin, basically, or a Tylenol or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to wean off that now. Well, actually, I stopped. Last time I took it was like 2 days ago. But I am still taking antibiotics. That's actually, I think I just got 2 more left, and then I'm done with that. But thank God I got it over with. Hopefully it heals. If I'm not mistaken, I think it looks like things going up. I'm not going to actually show you. That's disgusting. But, But I remember it was like down a little, now it looked like it was going up. So I think the stitches eventually just dissolve or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little update on that. But anyway, guys, gonna stop yip yapping like I always say when it comes to the end of the video. I'm gonna stop yip yapping. I'm gonna end the video and call it a night. Peace out. Love you all.